meeting. I like that our committee is willing to share the work and spread the workload. So I do want to say that I have another event that I have to go to. So I have to leave at 7:15, and we have a fairly short meeting, but I don't think quite that short. So at 7:15, I will be turning things over to our committee's assistant chair, Nobles Crawford, who will conduct the rest of the meeting in my absence. I want to give you a couple of updates.
Liz, I'm also going to be leaving at 7:15. I think I have the same event.
Yes, you and I have the same conflict. Well, I'm sure Nobles will be willing to take minutes, but because that's so, I'm going to really stress brevity in this meeting and beg everybody for their indulgence to be as direct as possible in their comments and questions and presentations. So I always start meetings by giving an update on how our prior month's resolutions did, if we had them. And I'm going to make myself cry now. Last month, we had a resolution about retaining walls, a project for retaining wall project throughout the board. It passed overwhelmingly. I don't have the exact tally because we don't have a secretary, and our former secretary, Betty Lehman, stepped in to take minutes. She did not complete those minutes because she died. And so I don't have a tally for that resolution. I can just tell you that most people voted in favor for it and it did pass, but I don't have the actual tally. And I'd like a moment of silence in Betty's honor and memory. She wasn't a member of this committee, but she was a member of the board. She was a preternaturally dignified woman who cared deeply about this community and went above and beyond in every possible way. So I'd like a moment of silence for Betty. Thank you. We also had an executive committee resolution regarding the proposed development at 4650 Broadway. The executive committee strongly opposed that resolution because of for many reasons, including the negative impacts on light and view on Fort Tryon Park, which is a triply landmarked park. And we objected to the grounds on which a waiver was being requested, on the grounds that it's the area in which the proposed development would take place is not actually a food desert. So there's no reason to grant a waiver on that basis. That resolution also passed overwhelmingly. Again, I do not have an exact tally. In terms of a couple of quick announcements from parks and cultural organizations who are not able to attend this evening. Do we have Mike Fiddleson in the house? Yes, all right, so I'll let him make his own announcement when we get to that part. In terms of agenda items, the corner project has been invited to our next committee meeting, so they will be on the agenda for January. I know we all have lots of questions about the corner project and the supervised injection program that just opened up there and in East Harlem. We're not going to discuss that this month. We're going to discuss that next month after we have a presentation from the corner project. And lastly, Alexander Campos asked that is not able to attend this evening due to an event at the Hispanic Society. So he asked that I remind people that the wonderful exhibit that they have ongoing at the Hispanic Society is on wood and clay made flesh. It's terrific. You should go see it. It's a free exhibit. It is on until January 9th. and the Treasures from the Hispanic Society library exhibition at the Grolier Club closes on December 18th. And there will be a new exhibition at the Hispanic Society opening up in February after the Wood and Clay Made Flesh exhibit closes the beginning of next month. So that's it for my announcements. Welcome, Etta. Gave you a shout out before, thanking you in advance for taking minutes next month. So next it's 6:40 and I'd like to move on to brief programming updates, 90 seconds each from whoever is in the house, from a parks organization or cultural organization who would like to make a programming announcement. And I will take you in the order in which you raised your hands. First up, we have Shiloh Holly, followed by Cassandra Coyazo. Oh, sorry, Shiloh.
Hi, everyone. We have 3 programming updates this month. It's the last chance to see our current exhibition, Felipe Gallendo Fego, Portraits of My Community, which will be on view at the museum until January 2nd, 2022. And then following that, we are hosting 2 other community artists from Upper Manhattan through April, so stay tuned for that. Our holiday hours, we will be closed on December 24th and 25th and January 1st. Otherwise, we're retaining our Thursday through Sunday hours through the winter. And our next family day is Saturday, January 8th. We have activity kits that families can pick up, and the theme for January is Lunar New Year. So you can learn more about all of these items at our website, mauricejamel.org.
Fantastic, thank you so much. Next up, Cassandra Coyazo.
Yes, hi everyone, can you hear me? Hi, my name is Cassandra Coyazo and I am the Inwood Girl Scout troop leader, and I've been facilitating the toddler music program with the Inwood Hill Park Rangers. We ran for about 7 weeks. Today was our last class for the programming, which was amazing. And I'm looking forward to bringing this back in the spring. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Ranger Rob, who is amazing, and Rangers Jeff, Victoria, Matt, Lucas, Nick, Viggy. We have had a wonderful run, and tomorrow we're having a hike with them, and I will keep everyone posted when I bring this program back. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Honey, when's Martin Luther King Day?
Okay,
Honey.
can everybody please mute?
Oh, my dad.
Thank you. Also, thank you, Cassandra, for your efforts and your Girl Scout troops' efforts for helping the folks who were displaced and negatively affected by that terrible fire on Post Avenue. That's really a great community service. Ian Caddick from Row, New York.
Hi, Liz. Yeah, just a brief update. Our veterans rowing program is beginning in January. The program is designed for veterans with and without disabilities, and no experience is required. Due to COVID, we'll be temporarily offering virtual programming. So hopefully we'll be able to get back on the water shortly. But if you know any veterans who might be interested in working out with us, just please email info@rownewyork.org, and I'll put that email address in the chat. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, Mike Fiddleson from the United Palace.
Hi, everyone. Maybe you have seen the buzz around town, but the United Palace is returning its Movies at the United Palace program next year, beginning in January. That's one classic title every month with pre-show entertainment. The only question is, we don't know what we're screening yet because we need you to tell us what you want us to screen. On the United Palace website, unitedpalace.org, you will find a list of 45 movies. And so far, about 1,200, yes, that's 1,200 people have voted on their top 5 movies. And if you haven't already, please choose your top 5 movies from your list. And at the beginning of January, we will announce what movies we're going to be showing in January. Thank you very much.
And is there a charge for those movies, Mike?
Oh, thank you very much, Liz. Thank you for asking. We are doing this in conjunction with the Miranda Family Fund, and they are underwriting the program. There will be no charge at the door. These will be free, amazing classic movies and a spectacular theater to help us get one step closer to normal.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And welcome back to the committee. It's good. I was going to say it's good to see you. It's good to hear you.
I'm invisible, right?
As are so many of us these days. Okay, next up, we've got Paul Kiddis. Paul? Paul Kiddis, going once, going twice. All right, well, while Paul figures out his audio, I see that we've got Sally Fisher.
Yes, just to let everyone know, again, this year we are having Mulch Fest at Inwood Hill Park. You can drop your tree off anytime between now and the 9th of January. But on the 8th and the 9th, that's the Saturday and Sunday, from 10 to 2, there will be a chipper there chipping trees. And Friends of Inwood Hill Park, probably on the Saturday, will also have sachets and stuff like that that you can make little bags and take home mulch with you. So just mark those dates on your calendar. And that's it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I am going to, yeah, Jennifer, you've got some announcements. And actually, before you go, I see Trevor has his hand raised. Are you not presenting later?
I am, but I was just going to say we do have an upcoming event this coming Friday. We're having a paint night at Highbridge Rec Center.
Oh, say more.
It's going to be for adults and for children. There's a session for children in the afternoon and a session for adults in the evening. It's completely free to the public. You just go to the park's website, Highbridge Rec Center, and you'll find us there, and you can register a spot.
And stuff like that you can make.
That's
To take home mulch with you. So just mark those dates on your calendar.
we got two different things going on. So can everybody please mute themselves? I am going to.
We should also put out just a general reminder that people have to the end of the year to register for a free 1-year membership at Highbridge and every other rec center in the city.
That was going to be part of my announcement, Sally. Thank you.
Never mind.
Okay, so, and I'm sorry, Trevor, you said that that's on Saturday, the 18th?
That's on Friday the 7th. For adults and for children, there's a session for children in the afternoon and a session for adults in the evening. It's completely free to the public. You just go to the park's website, Highbridge Rec Center, and you'll find us there, and you can register a spot.
And stuff like that
Is that my voice?
That's, okay.
So
I really don't understand what's happening here.
I think there's somebody's listening to it on YouTube or Facebook Live while we're doing this. So we're getting reverberation because there's a lag.
Got it. Okay, so I would like everybody to please mute themselves because I do not have the ability to mute all. So please mute everybody. Thank you. All right, next up, we've got Jennifer.
I just wanted to do a few quick Fort Tryon Park Trust announcements. Later on, I'll do the park report. Just piggybacking off what Liz said, the Fort Tryon Park Trust also wrote letters of opposition to city planning and the Landmarks Preservation Commission about the 20-story building that's being erected next to Fort Tryon Park along Broadway. That's going to mar our national landmark, will shade in the east side of the park. and it creates a really dangerous precedent. It's very disturbing that this development didn't have an environmental review, whereas prior versions did have to, but want everyone to be aware of that, that we're opposing the fresh application and advocating for more contextual development along the eastern side of the park. The Fort Tryon Park Trust is having a redo. We got rained out of our Capturing Nature Through the Lens last Saturday at our sister park, Inwood Hill Park. That's happening again at Seaman and Isham this Saturday at 10 a.m. We also have Forest Fitness 3 mornings a week, free, using the stairs and encountering the unique trees in Fort Tryon Park. So it's forest bathing and getting physically fit Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. at Margaret Corbin Circle. And then one other thing to mark your calendars for is, since it's always popular, we're doing the mushroom tour of Inwood Hill Park as a Zoom, so you don't have to leave the comfort of your home, January 8th. More details can be found at forttryonparktrust.org /events. Do you want me to jump into the parks events or just do that in my report?
I'd like you to do that in your report, please.
Okay.
Okay, next up, Paul Kiddis.
Using the stairs and
there's a voice in the background, but I just wanted to state
forest
the
bathing and getting
Paul,
Monday,
I need
Wednesdays,
you
and
to
Fridays
off your
at
speaker.
10 a.m. at Margaret Corbin Circle.
I'm getting too many voices.
I know that. I need you to turn off your speaker, please.
For is
No, not
There we
mute
go.
yourself. Turn off your speaker. Turn on your microphone. Turn off your speaker.
January 8th.
Do you
Okay.
feel like Brian Lehrer lives?
All right.
Details can be found
Paul, I'm
at
going to mute you, and I'm going to read the email that you sent me, because this is getting to be a little difficult to follow with the tech. In the meantime, Barbara, can you please go with whatever announcements you had?
Well, I wanted to announce that in the Ring Garden, hopefully we are partnering with Yolanda Pineda, who has a program, I believe it's based out of Highbridge Park. And in the Ring Garden, we'll have about 15 youth working on winter maintenance of the garden. That includes, filling up rat holes, raking, mulching leaves and things like that. And hopefully we'll be getting that launched in the next Saturday or two. The other thing I wanted to ask was
Brian Lehrer lives?
the Ring Garden.
And I'm going to read the email.
Then the other thing I wanted to ask was what kind of painting are the painting classes in Highbridge?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What kind of painting are the painting classes in Highbridge that will be next Friday or this Friday?
It's this Friday, and it's just basic painting. There is 2 different mock-ups that you'll be doing. One is a winter scene, and one is a penguin.
Cool.
Okay, using oil, tempera, or something like that. Okay.
Please contact him offline for additional details on the event. Are there other additional announcements? Martin Collins.
Good evening, everyone. Happy holidays. Very quickly from the Northern Manhattan Arts Alliance. If you missed any of our technical assistance workshops, they are all online, particularly of note. Grant writing for artists and producing and editing a standout highlight reel were very popular programs. You can see them all and watch them at nomanyc.org. We invite everybody to join us this Thursday, December 16th at 7:30 for Thursdays with Noma and artist Jessica Mafia on Zoom. You can see our website, and right on the homepage is the link to the Zoom program this Thursday at 7:30. We encourage everybody to sign up for our newsletter, see Noma's studios at 4140, and also view a calendar of Uptown events and to calendar your own events as well, all on our website. Finally, coming in January 2022 Uptown Arts Stroll poster contest with a $1,250 grand prize. You can see nomanyc.org for info. And we're looking forward to the new year and have exciting news ahead for you in 2022. So please do sign up and get our newsletter. Happy holidays to all.
Great. Thank you so much. And last, I'm sorry, Paul, I'm just going to read what you sent. He emailed me earlier today to say, I want to make an announcement tonight that Charlotte, that would be Charlotte Fawn, and I are Coogan's Bluff site archaeologists listed with the New York State Historic Preservation. There was a bit of a delay with that due to the pandemic. He forwarded an email from the Historic Preservation Program Division that said, Dear Paul and Charlotte, I wanted to let you both know that I've created a new archaeological site in our system, Old Croton Aqueduct, Coogan's Bluff section. It has been given the unique site number, which he listed. I've included the information you submitted. So hopefully next month, Paul will be able to resolve his tech issues so that he can join the Zoom as opposed to the Facebook stream, so that he's able to give us a little bit more of an update. But that's an exciting development, and I appreciate and respect his work on the Old Croton Aqueduct and his continued advocacy and efforts, as well as Charlotte Fons and all of the folks at the Old Croton Aqueduct. I'd like to also welcome our not committee member, but board member, Mary Anderson, who chairs the Committee on Concerns of the Aging. So thank you so much for dropping into our committee meeting.
Thank you, Liz.
Lastly, in the interest of full disclosure, we do have, when we have the Q&A, that's not part of the publicly viewable stream. So when people ask questions in it, I have to narrate what those questions are and then answer them live so that the public has the benefit of the question and the answer. Anonymous attendee said, have you opposed the corner project? Talk about dangerous. As I said, we will be hearing from the corner project at our meeting next month. And so it's not really a discussion item for this month, but in brief answer to your question, no, not only have we not opposed it, this board, this committee and this board has a very long history of supporting the corner project and the work that they do, precisely because that kind of very well-established harm reduction practices materially decreases numbers of deaths from overdoses, decreases the numbers of needles on the street. It helps with removing needles and those public hazards from the public by giving folks a place to go. And we'll have a much more robust conversation about this next month. But I did want to address that question that was raised in the Q&A. So without further ado, I believe that's everybody with reports from their organizations. And I'd like to move on to the next agenda item, which is a brief update. No.
Liz, I want to make a brief comment about the corner project.
No.
Also, they will be also screening any drug for fentanyl. And
Yeah.
fentanyl is currently killing hundreds of thousands of people. And that's the only place, at a place like that, that a drug can be screened for fentanyl.
Barbara, thank you. And please don't call out. I'm running this meeting. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Karen Taylor, who is going to give us a brief update. I guess I'm going to follow the Daniel Jetu rule of giving a short summary of an item for the benefit of people who may have sort of missed where we are on this particular project. Karen Taylor of the While We Are Still Here organization, operating in Sugar Hill and West Harlem, and also a former board member, a Community Board 12 board member and member of this committee, has this incredible project, Signs of the Times, the Harlem Heritage Marker Project. We had passed a resolution supporting that, and Karen is here to give us an update on where that project is at.
Thank you, Liz. Hello, everyone. I will be brief. The PDC has approved the signs, the construction of the signs. They'll go up next year, but they're stuck on this very odd question. They have us coming back to the community boards to ask, would you prefer a purple background on the sign or a white background on the sign? We initially told the PDC we would like white. They came back to us and said, no, make it purple because the rain will stain the white. So it's very bizarre that I have to go back to the community board to ask this, but I do have a sample. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
That's the sample of the purple. And essentially this is what the sign will look like, but it'll be 3 feet by 2.5 feet. So does anyone have anything to say about purple or white background?
You know, on the one hand, I really can all of the members of the committee turn on their video? Because it's just a lot easier to read the room, to read the Zoom, if I can see your faces. Hey, Danny. Oh, great. We have a quorum. We got Nobles, Danny, Etta, me, Barbara, Sally. So that's 6. Yeah, I could be missing something, but do we even really need to discuss this? Does anybody care? Danny, do you have a strong preference? My guess is you might want to see them be electric yellow based on your shirt. Just kidding. Seriously, are we good with purple?
Whatever color you love.
Yes. That's it.
Thumbs up. Yeah, I don't think that this requires a resolution. I'd feel a little silly putting forward a resolution. I'm looking, anybody in the public, is there anybody in the public who thinks that purple is a bad idea? I'm not seeing any comments.
Is Barbara's hand up for this, or was that for the last thing?
Oh, there's Barbara.
Barbara, do you have a comment on the purple versus white?
She took her hand down.
She doesn't realize she's muted.
Barbara, you're muted. Okay.
My only question was if purple and white were the only 2 choices. Is that like stop signs have to be red, or, you know, certain signs, you know, have to be yellow? Are those the only 2 choices? Purple and white?
They're the only 2 choices in terms of While We Are Still Here's logo, and it's really purple and gold.
Okay.
And so basically, you know, we didn't really care. It could be white, it could be purple. We didn't really care, but we didn't want yellow.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
basically that's the reason.
I think the purple is more dramatic.
Sorry, Danny.
I like that better. I think purple's better.
I think so too, yeah.
I think it looks great. Okay, this is the world's fastest agenda item. Thank you so much.
And thank you all.
You bet. You're welcome to stay on the call. We always.
I am. I miss seeing everybody's face. There's Sally over there. Hey, Jen.
Okay. Next up, we've got brief parks report from Jen. And then we'll move into the J. Hood Wright presentation. Take it away, Ms. Hoppe. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Before I give you back the floor, I'm just going to say that Cassandra typed in the Q&A. Oh, we've got one member of the public, Trish Anderton, who said she thinks purple is nice. And Cassandra from the Girl Scout troop said she forgot to mention that she is facilitating in-person story time with the Inwood Library at the Ring on Thursdays at 11:15. So thank you, Cassandra, and thank you also Barbara and everybody, and Sally and everybody at the Ring, Danny, for all the great programming there. Back to you, Jennifer.
Okay, so as Sally hinted, and Trevor might go into, memberships are currently free at our rec centers. So you can sign up at Hybrid Recreation Center and get a free years-long membership. And as you'll hear later on in the meeting, you're going to want to do this. It will help transform your winter and your activity level, your mental and your physical health, and maybe even your computer literacy. And there is pickleball. The Rangers asked me to remind everybody, we do have Coyotes in Northern Manhattan, primarily in Inwood Hill. We're working with some researchers who have observed them previously in Fort Tryon, and now they've been seen in Highbridge Park. So the Rangers just wanted me to make sure everyone was aware of safe practices. You definitely do not want to feed a coyote. You do not want them to become friendly with humans, because then they might quickly shift. It's better to sort of peacefully coexist in your separate ways. They're curious and they want to observe human behavior, but they're wary of people and they generally try to avoid them. So best to observe from a distance, don't feed them, and protect your pets. Keep your pets on leash and close by. If you do see a coyote, definitely report it to 311, or you can learn more about them at visit nyc.gov/wildlife, where the city is doing a more comprehensive wildlife study on coyotes and their habitats. But Sally also mentioned Mulch Fest. We'll be chipping at Inwood Hill at January 8th, Seaman and Isham entrance. In conjunction with that, Parks Department Stewardship Division is going to be doing a street care workshop adjacent to the park from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and that's on January 8th. And I just want to thank everybody who came out to Highbridge Park. We had a trails workshop on the 11th, and people finished installing the old Croton Aqueduct markers on the trail from Edgecombe and 157th northward to the High Bridge. So thank you for that. Some capital projects that people have asked me about recently. See if I can find this. There have been some changes, and so that's what I'm going to focus on, so you can get on with the agenda. There's a Winter Wonderland hike on Christmas Day with the Rangers in Fort Tryon. We've got outdoor skills, fire building for kids on Monday, December 27th. There's a kids bald eagle watch on December 31st, and there's a New Year's Day super hike. So definitely check out the Parks Department's website to find out about all these upcoming great ranger programs, and including the January 2nd High Bridge Water Tower Tour, 1 to 3:30. All right, so capital projects, the retaining wall, the greenway work that was going to be happening from 181st to Dykeman Street, contractors pulling State Department of Transportation Maintenance and Protection of Traffic approvals, which is taking more time than anticipated. So they're likely not going to be able to start work there, and we won't have service interruptions or closures until April. That's part of a multi-site retaining wall project that Parks is doing. That includes the Bennett Avenue rock face collapse, the Greenway, and then Gorman Park. Some design revisions have had to be executed for the Gorman Park retaining wall project. So Parks Engineering is now expecting mobilization on site in the spring with the Fort Washington Greenway bike path work or soon after. And the Dykeman Waterfront project, the $22 million to upgrade the Dykeman Waterfront, fix the Dykeman Pier, rebuild the pier that supports the Inwood Canoe and Kayak Club, and build the community eco dock. is a contractor has been awarded that contract. And anticipated start of design is in February, so we expect public input will start in March of 2022. And then, as many of you who live up near Inwood have seen, the Parks Department's dock at Muskota Marsh work is underway, and the contractor slated to complete that work by January 4th. Also early, back to somewhat related to the Muskota Marsh dock area at Inwood, we are putting in a new PEP, Park Enforcement Patrol substation at Inwood Hill Park for a class that's coming out of the academy. So there'll be a sergeant and 5 officers dedicated to Inwood Hill Park and Fort Tryon Park.
I'm sorry, could you repeat those numbers?
1 sergeant and 5 officers at this park enforcement substation that's going to be located on Dykeman Street. And those officers are going to primarily patrol Inwood Hill, 190 acres, and Fort Tryon, 67 acres. We'll continue to have a substation at Highbridge Park for the officers that work there and elsewhere in northern Manhattan parks. Also, to improve forest safety, we're increasing the number of forestry staff that are going to be working in Inwood's 145 acres and in Highbridge's 103 acres of forest.
Cool, thank you. Okay. Next up, 7-Eleven. We've got a report from J. Hood Wright and Highbridge Rec Centers. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'm Noel Byfield. I'm the center manager at J. Hood Wright. I'll be very brief. We have fitness classes at the center people are not aware of, Tuesday through Saturday. They're primarily senior fitness classes as well as adult fitness classes, primarily in the mornings. In January, we'll also be offering, through our media education department, we'll be offering classes in Microsoft Excel, Word, as well as PowerPoint and Microsoft Access. That'll be starting in January. So if anyone has any questions about these programs, you can give us a call at 646-477-2642. Again, my name is Noel Byfield. You could also give me an email at noel.byfield@parks.nyc.gov. Thank you so much.
I'll pick up where he left off. Go ahead.
Hold on a second. Can you actually both do me a favor and shoot me just a quick email with, the particulars of what you're reporting on so that I can drop that into the minutes, share that with Sally. It makes our minute taking much easier when we can do a little bit of a cut and paste from people. So you can send that to me at lizritter.cb12m@gmail.com. And I see that Mary has a question, so I'm going to guess that you've got a question for Noel. So go ahead.
Yep, because J. Hood Wright is my park. And I think, Noel, I spoke to you when I came to get the free pass. Anyway, can you repeat your email address, please?
Oh, it's Noel, Noel, dot BYFIELD at parks, PARKS, .nyc.gov.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I got the phone number, so I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, ma'am.
Cool. Trevor.
All right. How you doing, y'all? My name is Trevor Merck. I'm the center manager at Highbridge Rec Center. I'm just calling in to report on a few cool things happening at Highbridge Rec Center. We're currently beefing up our membership through a few partnerships. We are partnering with KIPP Academy to offer a cheer program, as well as Project Exodus to do some after-school assistance and some team sports programming. We've also just launched a bunch of new fitness programs, primarily in the evening. So we'll have a lot of new ab workouts, boot camp classes, and some chair yoga classes that'll be starting here in the near future, and a few that are taking place now. We're going to be hosting a Junior Knicks League in partnership with Junior Knicks or with the Knicks in general. And then in the new year, we're offering a new New Year fitness program that we invite everyone to partake in. This coming Friday, we have our holiday party. We're offering a paint night, 4:30 for youth, 6 p.m. for adults. We'll be doing some winter landscapes, and I believe for the children, they have a penguin painting ready to go. When it comes to the actual building itself, we're about to start capital renovations just for air conditioning and new boilers. So this winter, while the current boilers are in use, we'll be getting AC installed for the summertime. Once those are in place and the boilers are no longer in use, we'll be installing the new boilers in the building. So we'll have all new air conditioning and heat, which has been a long-term project for Highbridge Rec Center. And that's all I've got. If you have any questions, my name is Trevor Merck. You can email me at trevor.merck@parks.nyc.gov. I just want to remind everybody that we have a free membership, as everyone else has spoken about earlier. It ends December 31st. So this is a one-time thing. It won't be happening again. We hoped it was going to get extended, but they are going to start charging again for membership in the new year. So if you get it before December 31st, you are locked in for a full year of no paying, which is a great deal. And so I hope no one misses out on it.
Thank you so much. What's your phone number?
Highbridge Rec Center, our phone lines are actually down currently. But if you visit the website, all the information is on the website.
Okay. I have a quick question about your renovation. Years ago, one of the things that we talked about in this committee, in addition to needing HVAC work at the Highbridge Rec Center, was also like weatherization to make sure that whatever air conditioning or heating was done would stay in the building, rather than paying to heat or air condition the area outside of the building. And I'm just curious, is any of that included in this project? Do you not know?
You know, I'm told that is primarily just going to be the adding of the air conditioning units and then the new boilers. They are going to do some conduit work as well, so maybe that'll improve in that area. But there'll be some new conduits and whatnot that will help locate the heat and the air into the building. Distribute. Sorry, bad terminology there.
Okay, thank you. I see we've got a question from Barbara Frazier.
I just wanted to ask, can you sign up for the memberships online? And what kind of identification do you have to bring when you sign up for your membership?
That's a great question. It cannot be done online. You can find the actual form you fill out online if you would like, but we also have it in person, but it has to be done in person. And you do have to bring some form of identification with birth date, name, and photo ID. We prefer New York State. They do take school IDs and some other IDs along those lines. But you also have to show proof of vaccination.
Oh, very important.
Yep, I'm glad you asked that question. Thanks, Barbara.
No
Thank
problem.
Excellent question, informative answer. So I can't believe it, but it's 7:18. We've gone through our entire agenda. I'm not seeing any hands up. Going once, going twice. I will accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I second it.
All those in favor, please click leave meeting. Thank you so much. Have a happy and a healthy holiday. I will see you in January. And some of you I'll see sooner. Good night.
Night.